Hello, welcome to Anime's another weekly roundup of Ami figure viewers. It's the 13th to the 18th of April this week. As you can see, Ami have got a 20% bonus points that they've got currently running till the 22nd. So we've got 3 more days as of upload of this video to get that. Obviously that's JST time as well, so you'd want to have a look at the time difference between where you are watching this video. I will have a quick look at the figures that are in this promotion at the end of the video, after we get through the figures that are this week, and the obviously adult figures that are at the end as well. After all that, we'll have a look at the 20% bonus points, as I think this is the first time I've ever seen them do it out of Black Friday week. Normally, the past 2 years, they've had a 20% bonus during Black Friday week only. They've not really done the promotions, any other promotions ever before that. So, so it makes sense actually to look at this and see whether it's going to be more forthcoming, whether you see Ami actually sort of give more of these bonuses, points redemption, points bonuses for us, instead of just waiting for Black Friday, and hopefully there's a figure in there that you might want, obviously, that you can get some extra points for. Since obviously then do 1%, 1% for points reimbursement, which if you don't spend them, they do accumulate very quickly, depending on how big of a collection you collect. Anyways, we'll get straight on to the figures. So comment, like, and subscribe for future videos of this weekly series, keeping up these of the scale figures that are coming out, and yeah, anything else mainly from Ami. But let me know if there's any other distributors or retailers you want me to have a look at, and I'll might have a look at those. So I do keep an eye on a lot of the other ones, anyways, as well, at least the big ones. Okay, starting with Sue Yuzu 1/6 by Animaster, 7,310 yen. I am using a extension to make the screen black, so hopefully that's a bit easier on your screen on your screens if you're watching on a mobile device or obviously on a computer or TV, that you're not being blared with the white light. Is kind of annoying, I noticed it, so I decided to add an extension to hopefully make it less of an issue for you. So yeah, and for me, my eyeballs as well. So 1/6 scale, anyway, so they've done really good generally with their 1/6 scales, although a lot of them have been available after release. So she looks quite cute. I do like the outfit. Swimsuits are generally pretty sexy anyways, especially when they're obviously getting out of a schoolgirl outfit uniform. Sculpting looks perfectly fine, paint job looks perfectly fine. Yeah, it's not like an amazing paint job, but for 7,000 yen is actually a really good paint job, which I think is what we're seeing with obviously Animates. They're a very good manufacturer. It's just whether that design obviously appeals to you, as they got a lot of OC designs. Obviously, whether they're actually paying the artists, we don't know, with it being a Chinese manufacturer. So that's the only kind of caveat to these Chinese manufacturers, is how much the artists are actually being being paid for their work. So that's the only downside I would say with these with Animates doing other Chinese manufacturers, but the price is obviously very good. So, and they do sell pretty well, I would say, most of the time. It's just they don't sell out all the time. So yeah, she looks perfectly fine, and I think just to raise some points about Chinese manufacturers, it's worth bringing it up every now and then. High School DxD, Rhea Squimmery bare leg version, second bunny version as well. Court scale, 39,600 yen. So this is 4,400 yen cheaper than when I bought the original version of her. Great figure, by the way. Got it sitting on the shelf behind me next to Akano as well. So obviously a lot of people will be buying this, not only because it's Rhea's. Maybe people like the bare leg version as well of this compared to her normal tights version. I prefer the tights one. I'm a fishnets at heart lover. So the one thing that I think is going to make people buy this who already own the figure is going to be this. Now they don't mention is obviously a display base which can have both of them, Akano and Rhea's on. Which is what I think everyone who was bought both wanted to have. I've seen 3D prints of them, people making 3D printed bases to have both of them on there, on the same base, which would definitely help out with room as well for me on my shelf. So I am picking this up specifically for it. They don't mention it here, just says base and main figure. You actually have to read, where is it, down in the outfit. Here we go, in the actual text and the details, where it goes on and on about, you know, the sculpting and flawless glossy outfit and whatnot. Then it says a special base to display her with the soon-to-be announced Akano Bare Leg Bunny is also included. Be sure to add this item for both to your collection. So yeah, that kind of means people, unfortunately, I think people this will sell, but people will buy it who already have the first two, take the base out of it, the special double base, and then just resell them on the aftermarket for maybe 30,000 yen or so. So they'll minimize the hit they take personally as much as they can, but they will still take some hit for their some financial hit. But they would rather have an official base that actually can hold both of them. And obviously, there's only difference between the bare leg and the non-bare leg is the fishnets. And that's it. The sculpted identical, painted should be identical in theory. They might have had some improvements with some feedback if they're taking that on from the first release, but that's about it. There's going to be no other difference, no sculpting difference, no positioning difference. So this base, they really should just sell it separately, and they could charge bloody even 10,000 yen, 15,000 yen for just the base, and people who have both, like me, will pay that, because we'll want an official base. We'd rather do that than spend 40,000 yen for an actual official, 40,000 yen just to get the base. We would do. It would be better. It makes more sense. So I've pre-ordered her anyways for September. If I do find out that they've released a separate base separately, even if it's not on AmiAmi, if they sell it on another website, they do need to broadcast it out and let people know, especially, you know, on X or Twitter or whatnot, that this is on an option that people can buy, and we are selling it separately for the people who got the first versions of them. So yeah, that's just my only little spiel there, unfortunately, about it. Great figure, definitely worth getting hold of, I think, if you do want to get her, especially if you want to have both versions anyways. Depending on the price of Akano, I might get, and how she looks with bare legs, I might get both anyways. Well, I'm getting her, so I might just, or I might as well, complete the set and have both. But the combined base will be going on my original two, the tights. So that's my main thing. Great figure, definitely worth getting hold of. I do have a video uncensored on my Patreon, I'm pretty sure it's still there. I'll have to check. And I think I did do a video review on here of it, I'm pretty sure, on my channel. So check that out as well. I think I did Rias and Akano at the same time, most likely. So it's quite a long video, unfortunately. But yeah, great figure. Definitely worth paying just, well, personally for me, if you already have the original two, buy it just to get the extra the space. I would, and then resell Rias. To be honest, you'll lose some money, but at least you'll have a base that can have both of them on. So yeah, and if they include the same base with Akano, because they realise people are doing that, the original collectors who've already got the first two, great, because that means they sold the same figure twice, or both figures twice, to the people who, like me, who then will display both and have the same base. So ideally, if they want to please both, I would say, is they should have the special base included with both Rias and Akano. Some people might want to do a mix, they might want Rias tights with Akano bare legged, depending on when they pick, depending on their collection. Hello, Simon. What? Sorry about that. My cat decided to meow at me, wanting attention. Unfortunately, obviously I'm busy doing this. Anyway, that's it. We'll move on from Marius. Blue Archive Emmy Emmy, I would say. Swimsuit version 1/7 by Max Factory, 27,800 yen. Again, proportions are great, and I do like the pink hairs. I do like Blue Archive. A lot of their designs are very nice and very cute. Obviously, very sexy as well overall, but they're not like extravagantly, you know, over proportioned. So I think overall fine. Body sculpting might be a bit lacking on this one. The puffer jacket looks great. Not the best one I've seen, but is a good puffer jacket overall for it. The goggles look good. I don't think she's obviously in the correct attire, and multiple faceplates is a nice touch. Good manufacturer, I'd say as well. I think she's going to look spot on like this in fact when we do get her out. So Max Factory, I've got one Max Factory figure. Great Chun-Li. So yeah, definitely reputable manufacturer, coming out in May 2027. Possibly worth getting hold of if you play Blue Archive. I don't play Blue Archive, but yeah, great looking figure. Then here we go, the Elf Avalanche, as we could say. Vertex have got a sale on a fair few of their Alpha Villager lineups. So we've got the 7th, Sylvia. This is the Antenna Shop Limited Edition version for 24,200 yen. Good price actually. For June, all of these are June. Yeah, great looking figure. I've got 2 Vertex Elf Villager girls up there, which you can just see the bases of up here. So one of them is the antenna one, which you get this gold disc and fake grass. The disc, I think I prefer that, so I probably would try and grab the antenna versions of these figures if I could. Yeah, great skate. Cape looks good. Everything looks fine, and maybe a bit too pearlescent on the leggings, but she looks fine. And I think this might even be a re-release of her, because I think she was originally released a couple of years ago, 7th Villager. I think they've done like they've expanded it now. We've got the 14th Elf Villager, Mama Tiana, 1/6, again limited edition, for 54,000 yen. So this one's obviously a lot more expensive, which is why I kind of didn't want to get her. I do want her, but not for that 54,000 yen price. She's got a lot of hair. Sculpting looks really good. Obviously, so much. Oh, what Simon? 14th Villager, Mama Tiana. Again, Tenor Shop Limited Edition, 1/6 for 55,000 yen, pretty much. So very expensive compared to the previous one, obviously. But they do, as the line went on, they got a lot more detailed, a lot more plastic obviously being used, a lot more painting required. So the price does go up. So great looking figure. Fact you get obviously the extra dress pieces. And the scythe as well, multiple faceplates, hand options. It's a great looking figure. Just I'm not paying 55,000 yen for this 1/6 scale figure. She does look great, but yeah, I'm not paying that kind of, and single shipment, so you can't combine her with any other figures if you wanted to, you know, consolidate your shipping. Then we got 9th Villager, Odysseus, again Nintendo Shop by Vertex, 33,000 yen. So this one's a bit more of a better pricing. It's probably the fairy wings and the hair again that's probably elevating the price. Again, very cute, very nice looking figure. Obviously not huge chested, but that's perfectly fine. Great looking figure. I love I like the pose. Yeah, just a great looking figure. I do want to like expand my Elf Villager lineup and get all of them eventually, because they do re-release these over the years. Many people like I got the ones I've got are from, not like from years ago, but they are from like a 2nd or 3rd re-release, a wave of releases of them. So you can just wait around when you're in a better, you know, financial situation. Then we got these newer sort of swimsuit, 8th Villager Cecil, 1/6 by Verge, 24,200 yen. So these are obviously a lot simpler, and they are a bit more of a redesign as well. Since I think mine is Cecil here in her normal attire. Obviously this is the swimsuit version, where she's definitely, I think, a bit thicker and put on a bit more curvy in the swimsuit. So hopefully if we get like all of them in the swimsuit, it might warrant getting that lineup instead, because it'll probably be a bit cheaper. You know, you haven't got all the armor, the weapons being, you know, included, so they can charge a bit lower of a lower price. Obviously it's cast off as well. All the Vertex Elf Villager lines are. So there's this, and then we've also got 5th Villager Kukuri, which I don't have Kukuri, I'm pretty sure. I think I've got 7th and 6th or 8th. I've got the Archer one. Yeah, 24,200 yen. Again, great looking figure. It does seem like they do get a bit more curvy, as I said, with these swimsuit designs, which is perfectly fine. You know, a bit more voluptuous is fine by me. Yeah, great looking figures. I do like the swimsuit lineup. I still think I would rather get them in their normal attire, in their normal dress. But yeah, I'm very tempted with the swimsuits as well. Then we got Fear and Beyond Journey's End, Guillotine, Guillotine. 1/7 by QSQ, 21,300 yen, December 2026. Looks fine. Probably could do with some more shading on the red, and probably a bit more shading on the actual outfit. But overall, sculpting looks good. Yeah, it's not a pretty good looking figure. I think the paint job brings it down. And the sort of lackluster base, the fact that they put some effort into some grass on there and a path kind of means like they didn't put enough effort in. It's like, oh, here we go, bare minimum. Rather than a black disc, I'd rather just have the black disc and have a cheaper price, personally. But yeah, she looks fine overall. I just don't. I think the paint job really is a bit lacking for this one. Goddess of Victory Nikkei, quarter scale, Bredy, quarter scale by Freeing, 49,500 yen, October 2026. Very expensive for a quarter scale, even for normal quarter scale bunny girls that are like 44,000 yen. This is even more expensive. Makes sense, different design. She's obviously got a weapon as well. She's overly proportioned, I would say, as well. She's got a thick ass and big chest as well, and it looks like, is that partially, oh, that is cast off. You can actually remove her top, not fully, because, oh no, is that fully cast, is that cast off, or was that just the hair in the way? Nope, you got side boobage there. Oh, there's the design. Oh, okay, so there's actual just an opening there. Sorry, I thought that was cast off. If she's cast off, that'd be amazing. But yeah, great looking figure. I do like the design. I'm glad we're getting more, you know, non-bunny suit figures, but 50,000 yen I think still even a bit much. I think Freeing a kind of drinking the Kool-Aid a bit too much, and they're just like, oh, we'll just change up the design. We'll use the outfit designs rather than having everything in being B-style, and then yeah, that means we can have a high price. Obviously, it's like, yes, as long as the paint job's there. But it's whether the people actually are willing to pay that increased price. Yeah, I think kind of quarter scale hype's kind of dropped off, apart from like native binding quarter scales, and obviously budget quarter scales. A lot of people are really liking from these Chinese manufacturers as well. Like I've got a couple, Bear Panda. Yeah, so these I think Freeing. I don't know. I think they might. I'm guessing they're trying to see what sticks, unfortunately, with these figures. Yeah, great looking figure, but again interrupted again, just ridiculous. Yeah, great looking figure. Just I don't know whether Freeing, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see, unfortunately, how the future unfolds for them. Gakuin Idolmaster, Saki Hanami, 1/7 by Plum, 21,500 yen. Maybe a bit on the pricier side. Very simple figure, schoolgirl outfit, cute, some hair shading. It is 22,000 yen for 1/7, but I think manufacturers are trying to set like 22,000 yen as the new like benchmark now for simple 1/7 scale figures, and they're hoping we'll just settle for it, unfortunately. Which I think a lot of people aren't selling for it, unless it's, you know, a character they really love. So she looks cute overall, and I think Plum have done a fine job. Just not for me, unfortunately. Too simple of a figure. And then we got To Loveru swimsuit series, Mikan Yuki, quarter scale, Muse color version. So this is a recolor by Union Creative, 38,400 yen, October 2026. So another manufacturer that does quarter scales periodically. Generally To Loveru, so it looks the same as the previous one, as her previous version, just different colorway swimsuit. Yeah, fine. Probably wouldn't pay 30,000 yen personally, but I'm not a massive so I haven't watched two Love, so I don't have any personal attachment. But she looks okay overall. Whether Union Creative expands this and does more recolors of the other ones, it's like freeing doing the bare leg. It's the same thing, it's the same mold. They just paint it a different color and then resell it. So it's they don't have to repay for the mold, obviously, or anything else so like that. So yeah, they should be fine. There might be paint improvement as well potentially if they, as they improve. They painted the figure before. They could maybe have new techniques or something like that to improve the painting quality from previous versions or color versions, should I say. Then we got this one surprised me. Bunny Garden Rin Reverse Bunny quarter scale by Medicos Entertainment. 20,240 yen. I was surprised by this one actually because I don't think Medicos Entertainment have done quarter scales before. And I do have 3 Medicos Entertainment figures. They're Black Lagoon girls. And they're great figures, and they're more expensive than this. So yeah, quarter scale, budget quarter scale, I would say. 20,000 yen is pretty budget. Reverse Bunny, I love Reverse Bunny figures. It's like my favourite type of bunny really is the reverse version. Although she's not quite reversed because she's actually got tights still. But yeah, she's got, I like the pose, very much like a lot of native figures when they're lying down, they're similar poses to this. Yeah, painting looks really good, skin tones look good, sculpting looks really good. Yeah, great looking figure for 20,000 yen. I'd say even if you don't have not watched Bunny Garden or play Bunny Garden, I'm pretty sure it's a anime series. Yeah. That even if you don't watch Bunny Garden, then it's a great bunny girl. And if you're a bunny collector, quarter scale collector like I am, you're probably going to be wanting to get this figure, which I'm very tempted to. And then there's an exclusive version which comes with an A2 clear poster of her in her, I guess not at the cafe bunny suit outfit, just lying on the bed. So and that's only 1,000 odd yen more for an A2. Is not too bad. Better than what I've seen and a lot of extras from other figures. Then we've got Gushing Over Magical Girls Leopard Serious Mode 1/6 by Belfine, 28,050 yen, September 2026. Like the sculpting, like the paintwork, everything looks great on this figure. Yeah, and obviously it is cast off as well. Those are just either adhesive or hopefully magnetically held on. So they don't mention it here, but they do say about casting off bits at your own risk, obviously. So tempted to get this one. Obviously, if you've bought the other Gushing Over Magical Girls like Magia Beza, for instance, and like the Kadokawa one, the Kadokawa ones of her coming out, those are cast off, so it might be worth getting these. It's just that it's a different manufacturer, obviously, so you don't know what the quality is going to be like. But yeah, very tempted to get this one as well. Then we got Prisma Wing, Piapro Characters Meiko, art by Jack 1/7 by Primon Studio, 29,600 yen, July 2027. This one I'm including because, well, it's Primon Studio, and you don't see them that often generally, and they do generally seem to charge a fair bit. This one's a bit on the cheaper end, but those other more expensive ones do have a lot more environmental parts, accessories included with them, and that's why they go for like 40,000-50,000 yen. Pardon me, but this is 30,000 yen. This one's a bit of a simple figure, and I think the paint job is very glossy or very satin on the outfit, like the jacket and the shirt. So personally, I wouldn't pay for this 30,000 yen for this figure. She doesn't, and her hair shading's pretty crap, to be honest. At least in this lighting. And they got backlighting there, but so you can't see even the hair shading properly. Yeah, but here it's all flat, so I don't see a lot of shading. So personally, Primon Studio, again, like I mentioned, they're a bit of a overhyped machine. Unicorn Overlord, Virginia, Class Valkyria 1/7 by QSQ, 22,250 yen. This one is a lot better, I would say, for paint job. Yeah, she looks great. I like the outfit. Painting, sculpting looks good. Great looking figure. I've not watched Unicorn Overlord. I really should. I've heard good things about it. And I've in past few months been seeing more figures being shown of them. So it's just it's an anime that I guess has gone under the radar for me, and I've not heard anything about it. But yeah, great looking figure, and there's a very good price, I think, for the quality of this figure by QSQ. So yeah, great looking figure, especially compared to Prime 1 Studio. This one looks a lot better, in my opinion. Martian successor Nadesco. Double Ruri version 1/7 by Furyu, 34,980 yen. You could treat this as 2 figures in one because you're getting, so it's about 17,000 yen a figure, just over that. I like the concept, like the design. Yeah, overall, I think the paint job is a little bit lacking on the outfits, but the hair looks really good, and paint job looks really good on them, on the hair generally. But blue hair is generally pretty easy to do. There's so many Mikus with blue hair that I think most painters that in the manufacturing assembly line can do it like blindfolded. So yeah, great looking figure. I think overall, probably worth getting hold of. I just don't know this series at all. Never heard of this Martian successor and Nadesco. So you have to let me know if it's any good. But apparently they look good and very cute. And I think the price is okay actually, considering it's 2 figures for 35,000 yen. In my opinion, it's 2 figures. Umimise Pretty Derby Smart Falcon on 7th by Alta, 24,870 yen, March 2027. Yeah, looks pretty clean, very nice. The hair again and tail are very nicely sculpted and painted. Outfit very colourful and vibrant. Yeah, it's not like super dynamic like past other ones, and the base is nice overall. It's a bit simpler than past ones, but overall is still better than just a black disc. And I think Alta, obviously, the execution of the final product is going to be pretty much the same as these prototype photos. Arknights and Teletzia Elite 2 version on 7th by Furyu, 29,800 yen, February 2027. Don't play Arknights, but this is a very nice design. I like the double-handed axe, the sort of scythe side skirt options, that weapons as well, and love the blood effects. This is just a great design. I love how dynamic it is. Love the parts. Oh, sorry, it's a scythe. It's an actual like moon scythe, not a axe. Why did I think it was an axe? Probably because of how the curvature of the blade here. In this photo, I thought it was an axe for some reason. Yeah, no, great looking figure. And I think for 30,000 yen, it's definitely a very good. A lot of there's a lot of sculpting there, a lot of painting there, and there's a lot more detail to this figure. So yeah, great looking figure. I think definitely worth getting a hold of. Yeah. Pancake Fairies Choco Berry by We Art Doing, 37,620 yen, and then they've got a honey butter version, identical sculpting and paint. It's just the paint job's different between the two. And I guess the hair piece is nope. Yep, it looks identical. I include these because sometimes people like these like food themed figures. At first they look adorable, like the mushroom ones and stuff like that. But now that they're going into desserts and other things like that, it's just I don't know how well they actually sell. Personally, I'll probably would have to check this manufacturer to see if they've sold out on the previous ones. I guess we can check that quickly now. Open a new tab. Let's have a look. We are doing. So they've got fries on the slight discount. 17,000, 8,000 yen. This one down by 11,000 yen. 11,000 yen off. So I would say a lot of them go on sale and don't sell through very well. They've got a bunch more on pre-orders, which I've not covered before. The fries one's closed, so some of them do sell out eventually, but yeah, unfortunately, it's not something I like to. I just like to make it known that this is way too much for this. You know, it's a nice concept, but they're just going through the myriad of food stuff. You know, well-known food stuffs, at least Western food stuffs at the moment. Then they'll go to Asian food stuffs and whatnot in the future. Then we got Lyricus Recoil, Chisato, Nijisaki and Takina, spring version, non-scale, by Aniplex, 17,000 yen. I really like this figure. I adore this a lot. 17,000 yen for two figures together. Technically non-scale, so they are 24.5 centimeters in height. So 1/8 ish, probably. Like the trees, obviously making it 24 centimeters. So probably 1/7, 1/8 ish, roughly. In between there, thereabouts. But yeah, cute figure. Like nothing extravagant in the paint job, but it's very pastel colours. Like the blossom tree. Love the seat, you know, the base as well. Like they're going on some sort of, you know, walk or venture. Yeah, as friends, great looking figure. And just very adorable. Very tempted to get this one, and it's a great price, 17,000 yen, to get both of them, you know, together like this, in a situation like this is, yeah, adorable. Oh god, I've got a sore throat today. And then we go to the adult section. So we have Comic Anthurium Cover Girl Minette 1/5 by Nocturne, 33,000 yen. September 2026. I really like this design and concept, you know, her stepping through a frame. I love the colorway, fully cast off, obviously. Yeah, great looking figure. I'm guessing the plushie seat is molded for her to sit and stay like that. I'd hope there's some sort of like actual like post in there that has got like a magnet that will help hold her in. Or there's some sort of rod, you know, it's molded like that, and might be majority soft, but there might be a support rod post which then she actually sticks in butt-wise. But yeah, fully cast off in the nether region as well. So you get a couple of display options, you know, semi-cast off and then fully cast off. Yeah, great figure, I like the design. And if you want to go a bit balls to the wall, you can spend nearly 40,000 yen for the deluxe version, and you get this sort of extravagant pillow, you know, explosion background option. Yeah, again, I like this a lot, and a tail, I think, which I don't think you get tail in the first one. Yeah, no tail. So you have this tail as well that's with a. So yeah, basically, which is based off the artwork. So yeah, you got a simpler version or the more expensive version. Great figure, I think. Very tempted to get one or the other. I'll just have to see how September finalizes for me. Nocturne generally are available after launch, usually for a few months, so you don't have to get you know, reserve her. At least I don't think so. Not as if you see this grey out, you know, in the next week or so, then you're like, oh crap. Then you're gonna want to refresh and check it every now and then just to see if someone cancelled, and then you might be able to nab her. If you do want to secure her. But 1/5 scale, great size as well. So she's going to be 30 centimeters in height, roughly. So herself is about 23, but yeah, 30 centimeters in height for the actual everything. Then we got Chizuru-chan, tan skin version, 5.5 scale by Nocturne, 24,200 yen. This is quite a well-known series, I guess. If you've yeah, I would say it's a very well-known series if you watch this kind of material. So in this very iconic scene and pose. So yeah, I'm very tempted to get this one since it's nostalgic. But yeah, I like the figure, like the design, great looking pose as well. Yeah, nothing bad I can say about it. Some accessories, BDSM options as well, and faceplates, as you can see. Here we go. So yeah, tanned as well, which is just a bonus in my mind. Originally she's not tanned, but that's fine. And then if you want to splurge out, you can spend over 30,000 yen, and you can get her sitting on a desk. So yeah, possibly worth getting the desk option. You get like the little camera, little camera stand as well. That's video recording her. Yeah, I don't know if there's any other toy accessories, but yeah, great looking figure. So that's your two options. Very iconic character and series, so possibly worth getting that just if you are a bit of a degenerate like me. Then we got Sister Alicia, illustrated by Gumi Mumi, 1/6 by Party Look, 31,680 yen, December 2026. Really like this figure as well. I'm a sucker for clergy themed characters. So yeah, great looking figure, semi-translucent, covers in all the right places. Love the face, love the pose, and I don't think her proportions are over exaggerated in my opinion. I think these are spot on for the larger chest area and torso or bottom area. So this is sort of the upper limit. But yeah, love the pose. Yeah, great looking figure. Fully cast off, as you can lift the tops and leather region and display her with no covers, I think, as well. They don't. Not sure if they show her fully removed, but I think there was no other options. So yeah, no, great looking figure. Again, very tempted. I think if this is like 1/5, it'd be like an auto buy for that price. But 1/6 is a bit like. But yeah, great looking figure. I love the pose. And then to finalise, we got Kuro Genki Dero Uragi 1/6 by Pure, 26,530 yen. Just a very nice Neko figure compared to past Neko ones, which are very much. She's definitely on the smaller portion end, but she's got a chest, and I do like the sort of dropped ear and the facial expression as well. And she's got decent body sculpting as well. So yeah, overall I think a nice looking figure. We won't check out the 20% bonus, but if you want to check it out, then obviously there's a banner at the top on AmiAmi, so check those out. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I shall catch you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.